So in my practicality system, I came up with a practicality model. It's something that I came up with, I think it was around October 2018. And in this model, it has 4 stages. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first of these stages is instinct. The second is something I call unknown protocol. The third is essence, and the fourth one is eudaimonia. Then there's a 5th level that is kind of like it doesn't really have a limit, which I will explain later on. This is the level of realm of narratives. Now, the most basic form of practicality, level 1, the most basic form is instinct. Now, almost everything and everybody, pretty sure almost everything and everybody that's alive has an instinct. Now, even if you lack every other mental capacity, and if you only have instinct, you might not be creative in the way that you solve your goals. You might not think of grander solutions, but instinct gets stuff done. Like even in zombie movies, like when the body loses all its mental capacity, zombies they have a goal to be kept alive or in their state. They're driven by their instinct. So even if you have nothing else, instinct carries you through. Instinct helps you achieve the goal, and that is why instinct is the first level, the most basic form of practicality. Now, there comes a point that you might notice in life that mere instinct is not enough to achieve goals. And that's where we come into level 2. Level 2 is something that I like to call unknown protocol. And what it involves is it's not just you being programmed to do something and you trying to achieve that goal. But if you happen to make a mistake, or if you happen to not be able to achieve that goal, you learn from it. So it involves the capacity to learn. You gather data from the mistakes that you made, and so that you could achieve the goal in a better way. Think of a learning computer. A learning computer is not just programmed to do something, but out of the things that it does, it gathers the data so it could achieve its goal better. And that's why unknown protocol, the capacity involves the capacity to learn. That's why it's one level above instinct. That is level 2 of the practicality model. Now, if you're only working with unknown protocol, not only do you have the capacity to act on impulse, but you also have the capacity to learn. But there comes a point in which learning from mistakes is not enough. If you only learn from mistakes, you'd have to make every mistake in the book before you are able to achieve your goal that comes before it. And this is where level 3 comes in. Level 3 is something that I call essence. And it involves a greater mental capacity, a more creative mental capacity, namely being able to get in touch with a desire and being able to visualize an achievement through that desire before you take any action at all. This is one level above unknown protocol because it involves a higher mental capacity. This is level 3, this is essence. Now, if the practicality model only went up to essence, only went up to level 3, that would be enough to achieve any goal, to achieve any desire that you wanted to achieve. But what do you do when achieving goals, when getting what you want is not enough? This is where we go into level 4. This is called eudaimonia. Right, so level 4 is eudaimonia. And this is where things start to become more abstract and more spiritual, and this is where the philosophical aspect of the practicality system starts to become more prominent, more relevant, especially because you start running into paradoxes here. But it's still part of practicality. Why? At least because of 2 reasons. The first reason is this: practicality has to do with achieving goals, it has to do with satisfying desires. And with essence, you have the capacity to get everything that you want. But even when you have everything you want, there's still sometimes you'll find a lingering dissatisfaction. Eudaimonia helps you to figure out what that is and how to deal with that. And it's not always straightforward. That's why it becomes more philosophical. The second reason is this: when you become fulfilled in a deeper way, and when you become more centered by doing that, it greatly increases your capacity to act in appropriate ways. And that's why level 4, eudaimonia, is part of the practicality model. Now, level 5 is something that I like to call realm of narratives. But before I get into level 5, I want to explain something about the model and the way that it looks. Now, the model has 4 concentric circles, going from instinct to unknown protocol to essence, and then to eudaimonia. And this model, this shape is relevant because the concentric circles, when you move from one level to the other, to the next, you're not just leaving the other stuff behind. When you move up from instinct to unknown protocol, you're not leaving your instinct behind, but they all kind of work together to be able to achieve your goals. You have your instinct, that's the most essential. When you get a greater mental capacity, you still want to keep your instinct intact. When you get to essence, you still want to keep the other two intact. When you get to eudaimonia, you still want to keep all the other ones intact. So it's kind of like they all work together to be able to, so that you could be able to achieve your goals. So the last level is called realm of narratives. And this level of practicality does not have any limits. It's basically where you go into all the little details and all the little how-tos of everything, every plan that you can think of. Basically, the practicality model is 4 concentric circles. Once all of those are intact, you're free to achieve and to make any goal that you have, that you want. This is where realm of narratives comes in. If you want to learn how to drive a car, that would belong in the realm of narratives. If you want to learn how to become president, that would be in the realm of narratives. So realm of narratives, that's where all the details of the specific goal that you have, that's where they all come in. So here I covered, this is just a summary of the 4 levels of the practicality model, 5 if you want to include realm of narratives. In the following videos, I'll go more into detail about each one of these levels, what it implies, and everything that goes into that.